You are just keenly pondering over what you say. What would you say in response?
No, I was just listening to the Kweku Anansi stories. Nicely
you describe it as Kweku Anansi
by the honourable member,
please, no disruptions.
Honourable member of Parliament. What we've just heard today is perfectly captured as revisionist, and I like the revisionist whitewashing of your friend, and I like that. And I just like where you just ended now. You were not there to say something. You are questioning Erasmus Asaridonko's version, but you were not there. You believe everything your personal friend said. That is the classical example of whitewashing. And I've seen that attempt to whitewash this guy.
You're saying that he believes
he just said it. No,
there's second information from.
He believes what his friend
from
said,
the MP,
but he doesn't believe what
Erasmus information from.
Yes. So typical, very, very, very typical. But look, there's something I have to do before I come to the very issue. There's a hero and there's a patriot we have not acknowledged in this whole issue. And I think it is important that when things like this happen, we do that to give people the opportunity.
Who is a hero? Who is a patriot?
Colonel Dominic Bua is the director of operations at NAIMOS.
You called him, he's your friend?
No, I don't know, I've never met him. There's a story on Ghana where he said, I survived by the mercy of God. Apparently he was the man leading these things when it happened. This is a colonel of the Ghana Armed Forces saying that he survived by the mercy of God. He had other soldiers with him. He had a gun, and I'm sure the other soldiers had guns. There was a marauding mob besieging them. And I'm sure he would have remembered that a mob killed Mahama.
That's Major Mahama?
Major Mahama.
So whose account? Are you, is this Erasmus' account or MP's account? Which one are you narrating here?
Saying there's a story in Ghana Web by this colonel saying that he survived by the mercy of God. And I'm now telling you that's how I want to start. This man is a hero. The soldiers he went to there are heroes. They are patriots. And they have demonstrated impeccable leadership. The Ghana Armed Forces should be proud of what these soldiers did. The Ministry of Defense should be proud of them. They should celebrate them. Because if you have soldiers well armed on an operation and they have been attacked by a marauding mob and nobody fired a gun, none of the soldiers fired a gun, none of the soldiers shot anybody, but they were able to handle this, even though you have the colonel saying that his life, he survived by the mercy of God. These are the perfect examples of leadership in Ghana. These are the men and women we want to be represented in the uniform in this country. I salute you, Colonel, this morning. And I pray that we have more leaders like you. We have more soldiers like you. Who will always show professionalism, patriotism, and dedication to duty in the work of doing. We salute you. Your story has been buried. Your stories have been buried because there's a politician. Your story has been buried because there are people running around whitewashing what the politicians have done. But I think that yours should be told, because you've told us that you can be professional, you can be ethical, and you can do the right thing. I'm happy with that. Secondly, as I come back to these real issues, the actions of this MP is the classical examples of impudence, of arrogance, of lawlessness, and of politics. He did this because he knew he could get away with it.
Adam says it's an allegation.
He did this because he knew that nothing can be done to him. He did this because he saw somebody saying, he saw what's his name? The NDC National Organizer, the Youth Organizer were elected. He saw that.
None of the videos saw them doing what you are like. No, Adam. Use the word alleged. No. He didn't pass Adam. Let me use the word alleged. That's what I'm asking.
Adam, please, let's establish the ground rules again, which I know you're very conversant with. Again,
use the word
again, let me restate or reiterate that when you were speaking, Zaato was not disrupting. And you held the position that your friend and then also your colleague, the MP, was innocent because he never committed the action. But you are happy that the president and even the speaker has triggered all the processes, agencies, and quasi-judicial bodies to be able to investigate this, and that the law should take its course. Is that not your position?
Yes.
Okay. He also holds a position that he has a conviction based on accounts, and he uses the Ghana Web story, Erasmus' own second information, as you want to call it, to again buttress his point. And so, Adam,
go ahead.
Please, you have 2 minutes to wrap up. Dr. Zaato.
Anyway, the actions...
Should I bring you water? because he's disrupting you. Please go ahead.
The actions and inactions of this MP could only come from somebody who has seen that the justice system in this country is tailored to favor him and his party members. It could only come from somebody who's coming from a place of impudence, of arrogance, and the temerity to lead people to go against the Ghana Armed Forces, operating on the lawful instructions from the commander-in-chief. For me, sometimes it's the reason, sometimes it's the motivation behind it. Sometimes it's the idea that the person even thought that he could do this, and two, he could get away with it. That is behind this. And for me, as I said, I'm happy. There are certain things. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I applaud you this morning for what you've done. But I'm surprised that this guy has not yet been referred to the Privileges Committee of Parliament. Because I can believe that if anybody else had done this at County Parliament, the person would have been referred to the Privileges Committee to do this. I'm also disappointed that the National Democratic Congress, as a corporate entity, has not issued any formal statement, either to condemn this or to support this. So far, I don't know the position of the National Democratic Congress, and it's important. Because see, we have all been told that the reason why Galamsey cannot be solved is because of powerful politicians behind Galamsey. That there are very, 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 very powerful politicians behind it. If we don't start disowning these politicians, we are only festering the problem. If we don't start telling these politicians that you do not belong to us, we are festering this problem. So for me, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that nobody in the party has decided that let's issue a statement also as a sign to other politicians in this area. Formally.
But don't you think the party would have been putting the cart before the horse when they know that apart from key individuals, because I've seen Eric J, a number of criticism also being publicly, which are on social media.
My position is that the party as a corporate entity...
But investigations are supposed to be conducted, then they can issue a statement.
The party as a corporate entity has missed an opportunity to send a very loud message to all its members that they will not countenance with Galamsey. The party as a corporate entity has failed to tell everybody that their position is this and that if you do Galamsey, you are on your own. They didn't do that. And thirdly, look, whatever we do, what I know is that at the end of the day, there will be ways and means of making sure that this thing ends a natural death. This thing may go the way of other things that have gone. I have no power over that. But what I know is that Ghanaians are beginning to see a narrative. Under the MPP, the idea was that the government under the MPP was protecting Akonta mining. The government under the MPP was protecting other people, other politicians. Every member of the civil society opposition will immediately quote the Professor Boateng report as if it was the Bible or the Quran. Yes, and rightly so. Because all that went to indicate that powerful people, powerful politicians, both in government, were enabling or assisting Galamsey. Today, it's a similar thing. Mr. President, you have a very excellent opportunity here as a case study to firmly put your imprints on this Galamsey thing. To firmly let us know what will happen. I want to see how far this issue goes because it has the potential of what? Weakening the morale of NAIMOS. It has the potential of undermining the strict commands of the commander-in-chief to the soldiers and to NAIMOS to do their work. It has the potential of saying that if you are powerful and strong, and if the party has your backing, you can get away with anything in the Galamsey side. So I want to see, let's treat this case as a case study, a case study. We will follow. The skepticism in me says that nothing will happen, but the patriotism in me says that let's continue to see how it goes.
He describes the Akoko Anansi story, even though